Setting objectives or goals is an important part of performance management. In this video, I'll demonstrate how to set up objective cycles in which employees and managers can create objectives to capture a roadmap for future performance. On the Objectives tab, select Settings. Here you will see all of your existing cycles. To create a new one, click Create a New Objective Cycle. Like all small improvement cycles, you first need to define the core settings by naming the cycle, determining the dates it covers, and providing staff with a brief description about it. You may want to suggest a strategy for them to follow when creating objectives. For instance, please ensure that at least 3 out of your 5 objectives are aligned with our company's growth strategy. Next, determine when you'd like the employee and manager to be able to create and edit the objective and when they can update the status until. There are many options available for objectives, which can be enabled or disabled by adding or removing the check mark. If you want to encourage communication around objectives, allow threaded discussions. Enable icons to make your objectives more visually engaging. Capture the progress of your objectives with the completion status and/or a completion percentage. There are even more options, but remember, more isn't always better. You can add and customize ratings and category fields to help determine how well your objective was completed and what kind of objective they were. You may want to give your employees the ability to prioritize their objectives as well. It's also up to you whether or not you'd like small improvements to send automatic reminders based on due dates. Once all of your settings have been defined, it's now time to create this cycle. Unlike performance review and 360-degree review cycles where you have to pick people to participate, everyone in the organization automatically can take part in the objective cycles. To notify employees about the cycle, head over to the Company Overview screen where you can trigger the email by clicking the Notify Everyone Without Objectives to Get Started button in the Administration Tools section. With staff aware of this new cycle, they can now create their objectives for it. I'll go to My Objectives on the Objectives tab where I'll see this new cycle. Click the Create a New Objective to do just that for yourself. In our configuration, you'll need to create the title for the objective and provide a description of what you'll do to achieve that goal. Determine the due date, select an icon, and select the visibility. The visibility selects who in your organization will be able to see your objective. Those who can see it can provide comments. You can have it private, so only you see it, protected so only you and your manager can see it, or share it publicly. You can add additional permissions when the objective is private or protected to allow specific colleagues access to your objective. Creation of an objective is as easy as that. Once created, you'll want to update the status to reflect its progress. Repeat the process as many times as required by your company. As a manager, you can also set objectives for your direct and indirect reports. You will be able to view and comment on your coworkers' objectives that are public or that you've been tagged in. You can access them from the Objectives tab and selecting Coworkers' Objectives. If you are a manager, you can access objectives for your reports from the Reports Objectives. Here you can see an overview, send nudges to remind them of their objectives, and see their status, referring to the color-coded key below or completion percentage. You can also get more detail and create new objectives by expanding the See and Manage Objectives for each team member. With HR permissions, you can see all non-private objectives in your organization by selecting the Company Overview. If you have admin rights, you can also edit the cycle or export objectives in various file formats.